My name is Ken. I am 31 years old. I used to work in a small hotel in Enugu. The name of the hotel is Hillview Hotel. It is not a big hotel. It has only 10 rooms. But many people come there. Some come for business. Some come with girlfriends. Some come with secrets. Some just want to hide. I was the night manager. I worked from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I stayed at the front desk. I gave people their room keys. I answered phone calls. I watched the cameras. I made sure things were calm. Nothing ever really happened. Most nights were quiet. Some guests made noise, some fought with girlfriends. But I had seen it all. But one rainy Tuesday night, something happened. And my life has never been the same again. It rained that whole day. By night, the road was flooded. The sky was dark like it was angry. Even the street lights were shaking in the wind. It was the kind of night when you stay inside. The kind of night when spirits move around. At exactly 9:03 p.m., the front door opened. A man walked in. He was tall and thin. He wore a red cap and black native clothes. He held a black bag in his left hand. The bag looked heavy, but he carried it like it was empty. He looked around slowly. Then he came to the front desk. "I need a room," he said. His voice was calm. Not too loud. "Just for one night." I asked for his name. He said, "Just write Mr. Jude." I asked for ID. He said, "I forgot it at home." I looked at him. Something felt strange. But I didn't want trouble. The man didn't look dangerous. Just tired. So I gave him a room. Room 6. Room 6 was at the end of the hallway. It was the last room. Nobody liked that room. Staff said it was always cold. Even when there was no light, it felt cold. Guests always asked to change rooms after sleeping there one night. But we still used it. Business is business. He took the key. Walked away without another word. He didn't ask for food. He didn't ask for Wi-Fi. Nothing. Just entered and closed the door. At around 10 p.m., I heard footsteps. I looked up. It was Mr. Jude again. He looked scared. Like someone who saw a ghost. He came close to me and said, "Please, do you have another room?" I said, "Why? What happened?" He said, "There's someone in room 6. I said, "That's not possible. You're the only one there tonight." He said, "I was lying on the bed. The lights were on. Then I heard breathing. Heavy breathing. I thought it was the AC. But when I looked, I saw a man sitting on the chair. He was not moving. Just sitting. Staring at me. I asked Mr. Jude, "What did you do?" He said, "I blinked." The man disappeared. I followed him back to the room with my spare key. The door was locked. I opened it. Nobody was there. The chair was empty. The bed was neat. Everything looked normal. But the air in that room was heavy. Like something was hiding. I told him, maybe it was a dream. He said, I wasn't sleeping. But all the other rooms were full. I had no other place for him. He said he would stay. But he left the lights on. At 1:06 a.m., I heard a loud scream. It came from room 6. I jumped from my chair. Ran down the hall. Knocked hard on the door. "Sir. Sir. Are you okay?" No answer. I opened the door with the spare key. The room was empty. The bed was untouched. The light was still on. His black bag was there. But no Mr. Jude. I checked the bathroom. Nothing. We looked everywhere. Reception. Kitchen. Parking lot. Nowhere. I called my boss. He came around 3 a.m., very angry. He said maybe the man left and we didn't see him. We checked the security camera. And that's when we saw something strange. At exactly 12:57 a.m., Mr. Jude opened the door. He looked confused. He stepped out slowly, holding the wall. Then he stopped. He turned around and walked back inside. He never came out again. But when I got there, the door was open. We called the police. They searched the whole hotel. They found nothing. Not even footprints in the wet floor. One of the officers, an older man, said something that gave me chills. He said, "This is not the first time someone disappeared here." I said, "Sir." He said, 10 years ago, a man died here. In room 6. A politician. He was poisoned. His body was found in the chair, sitting like he was watching someone. The officer said someone was arrested, but the case was never solved. Then it hit me. Mr. Jude said he saw a man in the chair. What if the ghost of that politician was still there? The hotel owner closed room 6 after that. Put a big padlock on the door. But the story didn't end there. Staff started hearing things. Footsteps in the hallway. At 2 a.m. Doors opening and closing. One cleaner said she saw a man in red cap walk past the kitchen. She called out to him. He didn't turn. Just walked into the dark. Another worker quit. She said someone whispered her name while she was sweeping. But she was alone. The owner moved the front desk away from room 6. People stopped talking about it. But we all knew. Room 6 was cursed. Sometimes I still dream about that night. The scream. The empty room. The cold air. The last thing Mr. Jude said keeps ringing in my head, "There's someone in room 6. I don't work there anymore. But when I walk past that street, I feel something watching me. And every time I hear someone ask for just one night, I remember the man who came in and never left."